So what I'm going to be building is this, the Back to the Future DeLorean. So this is from Eaglemoss collections. Now some of you may know them for doing the Doctor Who figurines, not figures, not figures. But yeah, this came out 3 years ago, I think, 2017 or 16, whichever one. And I've just decided after all this time, it's time to make it, because I've got a few of the issues. I never fully finished it, never even started it really. So yeah, so this is issue 1. Today we're going to be building the, let me just get the old big bumper issue here. Actually, I'll just say what comes with it first before we start proper. So you get this, which is sort of it introduces the model, what it's going to look like. So that's exactly what you get. It's a 1:8 scale replica. So if any of you have what are they called, hot toy stuff, this might be good for it. It's got everything. It's got all the details. It's got lights and sound. Lights. I don't know about sounds now, but yeah, it's got lights. And yeah, you get a bit of. You'll get the instructions with a bit of history of the model. So let's go. Okay, so I got my trusty little screwdriver here with the little thing down here. This is like a little screw. So this is going to be used for all the build. So first things first, let's get the manual ready. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the rear. So what we got to do is you got to slide this on top of this. It's going to be a tough one now, because we've got to put this right where these screws are. So get the screw, get it right on top of that. Hopefully that'll click in there. When it does, great. Right, next thing we've got to do is we've got to put 4 BP screws into this slot, which are right here. And yeah, we're going to put them in, and we're going to make the back of the car. So pray to God I don't lose these screws now, because that would be very bad news for me on this project. And hopefully if you have any left over, you will hold on to them for other projects. So we'll just see which holes are we putting them into. So we're putting them into, not the big, it is the holes here we're going to put them into. So that's number 1. So I'm just going to get my screw gently. See, when you see, never shake, because that's going to always muck up a project. Now just screw him in tightly. There we go. Be careful of your screw getting a little. Never tighten it too tight, because you might have to take it out at some point. That could muck up the project. So there we got 1 screw in, tightly on. Then we're gonna pop another one in here. Don't want to get them lost now. There we go. I'm gonna pop this little sucker right in here, and then without shaking it, I'm just gonna try and see, can I slide it in a little bit into. Yep, there we go. It's okay. Ooh. Alright. Tighten her in there. So make sure that gets in, and you will have that right on there. Just don't break nothing. Right, and then you just get another one, and you're just gonna put that guy right nicely in there. Just if you have a shaky hand, just calm yourself by slowly breathing, doing something to calm your nerves in this time, because you don't want to break anything. You don't want anything to slide off. Last thing you want is to be making this and then all go to waste. That would be very bad. And then you get your last screw. Just gonna pop him right in there, and then your last act is to pop him right in there. Ooh. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna pop him right in there. I'm just realizing this screw is a magnet, so you're gonna just pop them right in there. Right. Ooh, 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 very gently. Right. So what you got right here, you've got the back bumper of the car. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see what other parts we got to do, and we're going to roll with it. Now you're going to want to move this to the side there, and what you want to get is your lights. See, this is a backlight of the left, I don't know if it's the left or the right side of the car, and you basically what you get is you get your bits, your parts of the lights that you're going to need, because you're going to need to slot them in. You're going to need to get them right here, and yeah, just those parts that you need, get them ready to go, and just slot them in where they need to go, and we're good, and you'll be good. So we're going to slot, that's lights A. I think they're going to go in here like this. Yes, they do. So they go in like that. Then you get the next one, and he goes in like this. Get this little fella, snug him right in there, and get the other light and snug him in there. So here you've got your finished light, backlight right here. So just going to put him down there nicely. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place the light right into the slot where it needs to go. Hopefully it should do so very carefully, because you do not want this to slip out, as it just has happened for me. So 1 second. Right, so it's now in place. I've got to put a screw in just to make sure it works, and once we have that done, this is what it should probably look like. Right, so we've got our lights here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to carefully, without damaging the poor things, we're going to put our little thing in here, into this little slot, the BP screw. I'm going to take my screwdriver, being very delicate with her, place it in there, and hopefully just without a care, just tighten that little boy round the thing, and there we go. So it's in there now, already. So now let's move on to the next bit. Now we're going to take a break from the bumper to focus on this, if I can just get it to focus properly. Yeah, come on. So if you can see right there is the out of time place that is meant to go on the back of the bumper. So what we're going to do now is attach some stickers to her. So some of you might not be able to see, but I was putting 2 stickers on. I decided not to film this because it's a very tedious operation, but they're very illuminous. Unfortunately I got 2 of the same, but I never got the AUG one. For some reason mine was blank on this. It didn't come with the AUG place. So if I do end up getting that guy Mike's mods thing, there's a guy on YouTube, he does his own mods of the DeLorean, so if I have to get some of that to replace it maybe in the future, then who knows. Anyway, let's move on to the next piece. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place this onto this little piece, which is meant to be the thing. So it's in there now. It'll probably fall out once I've done the base, but what we're going to do now is we are going to get two an AP screw. They're in here, which will do us the little favour of making sure the car runs, not the car runs properly, what am I saying? That this thing stays in there and it does not move. So we're just going to get, I know this seems pretty tedious to film, but I'm just trying to keep you guys going during the process so that everyone sees, and also that there we go. So once you've got it in there, you just screw it down. There we go. Come on. Make sure it's Make sure it sticks as well, because you wanna be able to make sure this thing goes in backwards. See, you got some lineage up here, and when you push, so you gotta push with the thing. Make sure that it goes all the way in and attaches itself to the car. There we go. Alright, that's number 1. Then you do it with number 2. Screw number 2. Make sure not to get your AP and BP ones mixed up, because it could become a problem and you don't really want that, trust me. Right, just be very careful. Got it in. There we go. Now you don't want to be too rough with it either, because this is, remember, this is your car you're building. It's a model, and if you don't do it right, you could damage it, which nobody really wants. Right, so get that in there, make sure it's nice and tight, and there you go. She's good to go. See? Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get this again. We're going to take this, and we're going to somehow get that on top of our little thingy here. So you're going to clip, so up here we clip this in so it looks like this, see, little pieces. And we're going to get our AP screws again, and we're going to go to town and basically screw it in. The extra screw, I think the extra screws are just for safety precautions in case you drop one of them or you miss some or whatever. So hopefully we won't have that problem. So I'm just going to try and screw that in a little bit so I can do the rest with my screw. Come on. There we go. So now tighten that in. That one is good. She is very good. Very good. Alright, and then get the second screw. Make sure you have your hand pressure down on that. Once you get in the hole, try and do a little trick I learned. Try and twist it a little bit just to get it started up. You get your screw, and then you do the business. There we go. Take her out, and she's good. See? Lights there, all that stuff, all good. Now next thing we want, the bumper, the old bumper. Just zoom out a little bit. So here you got your big bumper, which has the DeLorean on it. Obviously not in silver for some reason, maybe that's a licensing problem. But what you want to do now is get this the right way up, and you just do this very carefully now. You just clip her right in there. So you just gotta be very careful now. Get her in there, make sure it's all nicely clipped, and if I'm feeling her right the way, there you go. So that's all we have in time for this week. There's the bumper, it's all finished now. So the next, hopefully, like, since I've got that done and the out of time piece, if you can see it right there, maybe next time I'll be doing the other pieces, which I do have, and we'll build up the car as we go along. So thank you for staying with me. It's been Type 40, and I'll see you in another video.